Hello, this is Chris Bailey from Cambridge University. I'm passing on my very best wishes to your Centre of South Asian Studies and Indian Ocean Studies. I think it's a wonderful thing to commemorate. I remember wonderful conferences there back in the 1980s and 90s when I was in the Boston area, particularly in that upper room that you have, where we had wonderful discussions about the development of Indian history in those days, and also private discussions in the various offices about your ongoing work. I'm particularly delighted to have had the academic companionship of Shogata Bose, Aisha Jalal, and of course more recently of Chris Manjapra. I think it's particularly nice that I'm able to congratulate you on your 25 years this year, because this is the 50th year of the Centre of South Asian Studies in the University of Cambridge. I think that both of these institutions have been very important on both sides of the Atlantic. You have been a major force not only in Tufts itself but across the Boston area and of course worldwide and in South Asia. So many congratulations, and I hope to see you all in good time. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Chitralekha Zuchi. I'm Associate Professor of History at the College of William and Mary, and I'm very sorry to be missing this opportunity to celebrate the center's 25th anniversary. Unfortunately, I'm in Delhi, where I'm working on my next research project. And I just wanted to say happy anniversary to the center and also hello to Aisha and Shugato. Um, uh, in particular, Shugato, who was my advisor at Tufts, I was his third graduate student, I believe. And this was at the time when the center was still in its infancy, but we had a wonderful time. We tossed around new ideas. We learned how to think historically. We interacted with people who were doing global history and Spanish history, and it was a heady time to be at the center, even though the center was not as well established as it is now. This was from 95 to 2000. And I again just want to say thank you to Shugato and Aisha, who, even though was not part of the Tufts community at the time, still played a really instrumental role in bringing all of the graduate students together from Columbia, from Tufts, from Harvard, and teaching us how to be good historians, how to be good colleagues, how to be wonderful scholars. And I think that I'm still enjoying the fruits of being part of that very small but vibrant community that the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies at Tufts was. So thank you again to everyone, and I hope you're all having a really great time, and I hope to catch up with all of you at some point in the future. Bye.
Congratulations to the Center for South Asia and Indian Ocean Studies at Tufts University for its Silver Jubilee. I've had the pleasure of working with this institute for a long time, and I know that it has made a tremendous contribution to the study of India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan in the United States, and has also turned Tufts into a recognized place where scholars, students, practitioners from South Asia and the United States gather to think big thoughts on the region, to solve problems, and to further the study of the region. I hope that we will be celebrating many more years of the activities of this center, and I look forward to benefiting from its work and contributing to it.
Hello. My best congratulations for 25 years of excellent scholarship to the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies, directed magnificently by Professor Aisha Jalal right now, and with the partnerships with Shugata Bose, who was the founder, and now the wonderful collaboration and intimate work of Chris Manjapra. The quality of the faculty is only part of the story. It is the quality of the program they have created. I remember when they started talking about borderless societies, and the importance of one South Asia. Nobody was doing that a long time ago, and now, of course, everybody is thinking about this for other parts of the world also. So as a specialist in the Middle East, I have found that the South Asian Center has taught us a lot about new scholarship and about how to approach new scholarship by looking at societies from below and what decolonization has brought. In particular, I have been very impressed with the students they have produced. Every one of their graduate students is absolutely first class, and they have come to work with the rest of us, and they are really the legacy of that center, even more than one can think of the programs. So it's a stellar program, a stellar faculty, a stellar student body, with really very, very little help. They have achieved world attention, and they have impressed all of us. So congratulations, you could not have done it better. We are all very grateful to you for raising the standards of not only our university, but the non-Western world in scholarship that is pioneer and indispensable to fields other than South Asia. Thank you all.
Hi, I'm taking a selfie in my apartment in New York. My name is David Ludden, and I'm professor of history at NYU. And I'm doing this selfie in order to wish everyone at the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies at Tufts a very happy 25th anniversary, which is really quite amazing. 25 years later makes me feel rather old, but I suppose that's realistic because 25 years is a good run and a very, very serious accomplishment for the original founders and continuing director, Shugata Bose and Aisha Jalal, who are two of my most prized colleagues in South Asian history in the world. I value many years of very wonderful personal and intellectual, professional interactions with them, and I really am amazed and very honored to be part of this 25th anniversary celebration. I hope to be able to visit at least for part of the day on the Saturday of your celebrations. And I just want to say two things in the event that I'm not able to say them in person. One is that the faculty and the graduate students and the publications and the conferences and the workshops and the seminars at your center over the course of the last 25 years have made a major impact, not only on me personally, but on all the students and colleagues who participated, and more generally made a major contribution to South Asian and Indian Ocean studies in the United States, where I have to say, having been in the University of Pennsylvania for many years before coming to NYU, and having some experience of the scene of South Asian studies here, the conservatism of the intellectual framework within which the Title VI centers and the whole PL40 program has been operating over the decades has been a bit stifling, I think, for the progress of the field. And the innovations that are possible because of activities of the sort that you all have been engaged with at Tufts really enliven the scene and make it much more intellectually useful and interesting and generative, and I'm hopeful for the future. Second thing, of course, is that your inspiration has had a generative effect not only locally but also in terms of inspiring other people to try to start new types of centers, and we actually are in the process of trying to do that at NYU. Our little program of South Asian Studies is now 6 years old. We have an annual conference and we have events almost every week. We hope to maybe collaborate with you all up there for some activities in the future. And maybe, 19 years from now, we'll be able to say that we're as important and significant a center as what you are. So, with all that said and with all the best wishes, I hope you have a lovely anniversary event, and I wish you all the best for another 25, 50 years of creative activity in the future. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.
Hi, I'm Farina Mir. I'm Associate Professor of History in the Department of History at the University of Michigan and also the Director of its Center for South Asian Studies. I'd like to take an opportunity to wish a very happy anniversary to the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies at Tufts. It's a pleasure to be able to mark this 25th anniversary of the center and also to acknowledge its immense influence in the field. I'd also like to give a heartfelt thanks to both of its directors, current director Professor Aisha Jalal and former director Professor Shugata Bose. Both have been amazingly generous teachers and mentors, and I owe them just an immense debt of gratitude. So congratulations on this 25th anniversary, and here's to an even brighter future.
My greatest feeling for the two people who founded the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies stems from the fact that they make me look intelligent. A university is made up only of people, some that are wise, some that are not so wise. I was very wise in finding other people who were more intelligent. And both Shugata and Ayesha are two people who instantly created an image of intellectual integrity and intellectual curiosity. So when Shugata came to me 25 years ago and asked about the foundation of the center, I was delighted to be able to do anything I could to help him because I knew it would make me look smarter. Nothing that he or she have done have disappointed me over these 25 years, and I wish them 25 more years of intellectual curiosity and contribution to our field.
Hi, I'm Neeti Nair, Associate Professor of History at the University of Virginia. I received both my master's and doctoral degrees from Tufts University. As a graduate student, I helped organize events for the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies between 2000 and 2002. My strongest memories remain of the very first lectures I helped organize by Professors Ronajit Guha and Amartya Sen. The center brought to Tufts and the larger Boston community an array of speakers from all of South Asia. These included distinguished scholars as well as early career academics, documentary filmmakers, artists, dissident writers, politicians, diplomats. And Aisha Jalal and Shugata Bose brought to these events their trademark warmth and graciousness, intellectual curiosity, perspicacity. I look forward to hearing of many more of the Center's initiatives in the years and decades to come, and wish the Center a very, very happy 25th anniversary.
My name's Robert Travers, and I'm recording this message in the History Department at Cornell University. I just want to add my word of thanks and congratulations to everyone at Tufts on the happy occasion of the 25th anniversary of the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies, and in particular to Shugata and Aisha for your remarkable stewardship of the center during that period. I was lucky enough to encounter the center for the first time 20 years ago when, as a visiting graduate student at Harvard, I would make the trip twice a week to Tufts to listen to Shugata's lectures on South Asian history, which was a wonderful introduction to the field for me, and also a great example of how to teach history. What most impressed me about those lectures was the sense of urgency that Shugata communicated, the sense that actually rethinking the past was crucial to reimagining alternative paths into the future. And I guess what I was getting in those lectures was a kind of preview of the work that Shugata and Aisha were doing together on their book Modern South Asia, which came out in 1997. I was looking at this book again today and remembering that it was dedicated to the younger generation, and I'm not sure, I'm afraid, that I still qualify as being in the younger generation, but I did want to say that the Centre has been committed always to nurturing the future of South Asian studies by encouraging students, undergraduates and graduates, by supporting the careers of younger faculty. And I know that there are many people like me around the world who have benefited from the inspiration and the support of the Centre through the many workshops, conferences, seminars and publications that have been hosted and developed by the Centre. So thank you. Congratulations on a really fabulous and lasting achievement, and best wishes for the next 25 years.
This is Amrita Basu, the Peno Professor of Political Science and Sexuality, Women's and Gender Studies at Amherst College. I want to wish the Center for South Asian and Indian Ocean Studies at Tufts University a very happy 25th anniversary. The first time I presented my work at the Center was in 1990. It was a paper that subsequently became part of my first book, Two Faces of Protest, Contrasting Modes of Women's Activism in India. Since 1990, I have been at the Center many times to participate in conferences and to present my work. Most recently, in 2010, I presented a paper that was part of a conference on rethinking approaches to South Asian studies, and I spoke about rethinking approaches to studying ethnic conflict. The Center has been the place in which I have been able to present preliminary versions of my work and to get feedback from stimulating, rigorous, interdisciplinary scholars from all over the world. I am really grateful to the Center for its generous hospitality and bringing together such a gifted community of scholars and advocates, journalists from all over South Asia and the United States and Western Europe. I feel really extraordinarily fortunate that Amherst is close enough to Tufts that I'm able to avail of the Center. So my very best wishes for your continued success in doing the kind of work that you've been doing over these past 25 years.